The information collected on the peace talks has been verified.
If we ain't keen on courting complete chaos...
Bullet could solve a lot of problems. Provided we can reach Vries before she enacts her plan to kill the delegates.
That's a lot of death. And not the fun kind.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Be advised. In the absence of Victor, due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, Vries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
It's a comm station built by the Order in the early days of the colony. As Val said, auto-mechanical secure. I'd also expect some level of hazardous disrepair.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking...
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if...
I'm coming with you. Who better to make Vries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if Vries was the reason for us.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed.
Doesn't take an engineer to hazard a guess whose ship that is. Vries is here, Commander. I'm sure.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Dead end. Need to find another way through. Wouldn't do to get trapped here.
This is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society.
It's you, is it not?
The rifts.
The one Agent Vries. Preposterous.
You can answer our questions now?
You do no such thing. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. I was warned you might try to lure, but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent Vries, if I... But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery... How can you say that without knowing me? And mean it? Fine then. I surrender. See this screen? Agent Vries, they're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the... You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some... That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly...
No time to waste. Let's have a look at those plans.
They taught us to see this station as a beacon of hope.
find us a fuse to get this whole thing operational again.
It's good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk anticipate an alliance.
He is not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The sovereign, guiding him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely. Vries' sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from your well.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Damn. The Vries team must have gotten to these mechs first. I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
Path to ascendancy is not.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there. Ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your...
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack... Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I will remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. Appreciate the situation that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch.
The mere prediction of our arrival years ago. Isn't that right?
According to my analysis prior to this meeting, Enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success, should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
Let's have a look around.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us. We've got the override codes. Let's use them on these mechs. Control should be there. Should be nearby.
Let me know when you need a stretch. You'll go no further. bridge and see how well you fare.
suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. No need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly troubles over power. Especially when presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight does not win.
Law, there they are. Right out in the open. Best speed this up. We can't have gotten Law before Vries goes through with her plan.
This is in the Protectorate to great effect. Do you have such guile?
So you think that your people should rule? I don't wish to denigrate your military's knowledge here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was undermining him.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace, you could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Yes, your pedestrian little threat. If you think I was shaken, I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came...
That's... Law! Augustine, you could have told us what you...
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means, you were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could not risk...
Sure you ain't kin to Auntie Cleo? Because you sure as hell know how to pass...
Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. And I'm not seeking absolution. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred... The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace.
Enough! I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. You're wrestling fire here. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the order the means to close the rifts, 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse.
Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the order from itself. Even if the circumstances for peace are right, surely their envoy's untimely deaths will put... If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not this mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to... No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Now you wish to convince me that you want me to live? Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. Because, whether you believe it or not, you are the picture of an Earth Directorate agent. Competent, resourceful, tenacious. Oh, and humbled. As for me, I've reached the limit of what I can do here. But you can still save us. There's also a high priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was maybe 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contained... Wait, what in the void is that?
Perfection, we should probably run. Fast.
What is it?
Follow me, quick!
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are the agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exception. I have also detected competing. The surveillance data from the satellite confirm acquisition is required to be able to. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate Rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the Ark. Coincidentally, it seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet, returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? This unit strongly advises against randomly pressing buttons on the astrogator, unless acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister, it is worth noting that you have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership. Report on board the ACS. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice.
What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach. And you, what am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made? That sort of thinking never would have slowed Vries on the draw. Mercy's a fine concept, but I'm not convinced everyone deserves it. Just hope we don't come to regret our state hand. I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there, for now. Need some alone time for now. Commander.